Okay, so mini review, because it's important. Like, if you have a mini review, you know what to do and what not to do the next time, right? Alright, I'm gonna roll up one of my windows so y'all can hear me clearly. But long story short, one of the things that I definitely will work on fixing and doing next time is food coverings. Like, I had tiers of food, and they didn't have food coverings on them, so I had one of the guys become my general like SWAT flyer for the day, fly swatter for the day, because it was flies and dragonflies and mosquitoes. And I did pick a park that has water, so that could have been, I almost dropped it, but that could have been part of the problem. It's just the fact that I had water nearby. But we did have plenty of bug spray. My cousin sprayed the entire ground, so I didn't have to worry about that. But that's just something to think of. And then another thing is, if you're gonna have servers, you need to tell them what is going to be on your menu. And I also think it's very important to have a very small menu. Again, I was planning for 12 people to show up, and only 10 showed, or only 8. No, only 8 showed. So because it was only 8 of us, there was a lot of food that was left over. So another thing, of course, is I hate to do this, but I will have to charge, and I will have to charge with no refund. The reason why I would have to charge is to cover the cost of the food. I mean, we threw so much food away. The wine bottles and things that we had, they didn't go to waste. Everybody brought a wine bottle. Everybody received a wine bottle to go home with. So that wasn't an issue. But it was just the fact that we had to throw so much food away. I am returning the pillows that I received from Amazon. They were perfect in the sense that they were huge. But the thing about it that I didn't like is I didn't like how Amazon was late sending like 2 or 3 of my pillows. They were late on sending the package, and then I ordered another 2 because they were late originally, and I had to return those, and I didn't even open them. I didn't even use them. So Amazon is definitely receiving a thumbs down for today, because I've never had an issue normally with Amazon, but for some reason with those pillows, it was like they didn't know how to count. I ordered 5 sets of 2, which is 10. 5 times 2 is 10 pillows I should have received. I only received 6. So, and then they sent me like 2 random ones hella late out of nowhere. And then they sent me, I ordered another one, and they still didn't want to replace or refund the other one. So I was like, no. So, and then they were like, well, you know, your bank statement, or your bank is not saying that it's processed the amount. So I'm returning all of them. I'm returning all the pillows, not the pillow cases that I had on top, but I am returning all of the pillows, because half of them weren't even used. Half of them I didn't even open the box. And also I received them late. So, you know, one thing about hosting an event and having seating is very important. And I feel like if I'm going to do this again, I would want to like order them way in advance. But that's why it's so important to have a count way in advance. And that's why it's also so important to charge per person with no refund. Because if that person doesn't show, it doesn't feel like it's a waste. Again, I had bought 10, and then I had 2 pillows of my own to make 12. And only 8 of us were there. So that's just something, you know, to just keep in mind and be aware of, that when people invite you to an event and you RSVP and then last minute don't show, it's one thing if you give a person notice, but it's another thing if you don't give that person notice at all. So those are just things I think that people need to work on, honestly. In the sense of, you know, if you're going to RSVP for an event, then actually show up. If you're not going to be able to show up, then don't RSVP. If you don't want to attend, don't RSVP. I think what people need to realize too is, like, no one's going to be upset with you. No one's going to be upset with you if for some reason something comes up. You know, life be life, and sometimes, and you may not be able to attend an event, and that's one thing. But to sit there and just not show, not tell the host that you are not able to show, I feel like that's hella disrespectful. And another thing too is that what people don't realize is how much work it goes into this stuff. I had guys help me set up. I had guys help me serve. I had to purchase pillows. I had to purchase the decor. I had to purchase the food. I had to purchase drinks. I had to make drinks. One of the park rules is that we could not have alcohol. So I had to make mocktails so that people could take wine home. Also, you never know, depending on your location or your venue, you may have to get a park permit. You might have to pay for your venue. Of course, my outfits, I had a certain color theme. So some people wore pastel dresses, some people wore pastel tops or whatever. I don't own any pastel in my closet, so I had to get an outfit. All those things will add up. Invitations, menus, name cards, plating, utensils, napkins, gifts. Like, I had got gifts for every single guest. Again, I ordered 12 and only 8 of us showed. So just things like that, like taking into consideration the amount of work that your host is putting in for your event, and you're not willing to give that person a heads up, like, hey, I'm not able to attend. I don't need a reason. As women, I feel like we need to do a better job of that. And as people, I feel like we need to do a better job of that. If you RSVP to the dinner, and let's say I paid for you in advance and you don't show, that's gonna piss me off, because you could have let me know, hey girl, I can't come. Guess what? I could call the restaurant and be like, hey, I had a guest that was attending the dinner, now they're not attending, so I would like to request a refund. Or I could find someone else to replace you. But because you don't let me know, now we're sitting here wasting funds on a plate that's not going to be touched. And I just feel like that's just really rude and disrespectful. I think as people, if we are going to say we're going to attend something and you don't attend something, please give that host a heads up, because it goes a lot into over preparing to make sure that every single guest feels comfortable, every single guest feels appreciated. All of that takes work. And for you not to show just makes it seem like that work was useless. So, but anyway, the picnic overall turned out really good. Like, all the girls got along. We played little mini games, nothing too serious. We had the wine, we painted our rocks, and we laid them down in the foundation, which y'all will see videos and clips of everything that we did. The setup process, it definitely, I only had about 30 minutes to 45 minutes to set up. It was supposed to start at 12:30, but I didn't get there until 11:40. So I didn't have a lot of time to set up. I pretty much had less than an hour. But what I would say is, I think if you're gonna have people help you, it would be good for them to like see your vision and be familiar with the equipment. It was definitely difficult because like I had some guys that never touched a photography pole before. I had some guys that don't even know what pepper jack cheese is. So just trying to like train them before the event would probably be good. I probably would have a training session the night before and tell them, hey, this is what's on the menu. Familiarize yourself with these items. Familiarize yourself with the setup. This is the setup. This is the plan. And maybe that's just me etching out a drawing so they could understand and see what I want certain things to go. So just keeping all of that in mind. And it was a good first time. I felt like it was a good time of me hosting this event for the very first time. But of course, anytime you do something, you know you could do it better. Another thing that I want to is I definitely want to have a photography section, like somewhere where people could take pictures and feel cute. I feel like that's a good concept, and just having like a sign or like a sign to match the theme of the event, whatever the type of picnic is. I think that's just a great idea. So, but overall, like, I'll show you guys pictures and videos of how it turned out, how the activities went, the location, the park venue, and then you guys let me know you know, what I could have done better, or maybe there's something that you are inspired by seeing this. Maybe you want to host a picnic or a picnic of your own. But hopefully I probably will host this event twice a year. And it's just going to be an event, and it's going to be paid for next time, and it's going to be no refunds. But we'll see how this goes. So I also told my guests to give me feedback, so that's why I'm asking y'all for feedback. Let me know in the comments if I could have decorated something differently, or I could have added something to the setup. Maybe there could have been different food options. You guys let me know what I can do. But now I'm glad the event has happened. It has settled, it has relaxed, and finally I'm returning those pillows to Amazon. I had to clean so many dishes. I still have so many dishes to clean, even though I had a lot of things that were disposable, like plastic plates, plastic forks, and stuff like that. But I also had like wooden charcuterie boards and things like that. So I'm excited to like clean all those dishes. I put so much stuff away. All the decorations have been put back away in my storage. Everything, my folding table has been put back in my storage. Like everything is finally back in place, and my house looks a lot better because I had everything in my office for this event. Now I've been able to like clean out my office space and have my house back. So I'm excited for it, but I definitely would do this again, and I really think the girls enjoyed it, and I think they appreciated it. And I think as women, it's just so important for us to find our sense of community. It's so important for us to support one another. I think we're constantly put up against each other for competition or just stupid things that society tries to place on us, and I feel like we can get outside of that box, support each other, support each other's businesses, and actually create something different, like a new era. Not like a feminist like thing, but more so like a understanding and like a moral support and moral understanding of like, hey, you're a woman, I'm a woman, we have challenges, we face certain things, and together we could get through things, and we could be stronger together than as individuals. So hopefully the next time I host the event, I will have more attendees, and we'll have more activities and more things to do. So I'm just excited to see where I'm going to take this next. But moving forward on my channel, I probably will be posting more videos, more content to come. I feel like I fell off and I keep falling off, but I want to try to be more consistent. I feel like being consistent is key, and it doesn't matter what type of content I put out, as long as you guys are enjoying it and you understand the concept of my channel. My channel is a lifestyle, vlogging, advice, like hair, makeup, food, lifestyle type of organization channel. So as long as you're here for that, you'll probably like my comment section, you'll like my channel. So please hit that subscribe button, please like the video, and we will be back next time. Peace.